The last one is number 24, and it's patience. A whole lot. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, my name is Tumelo Modipa. Thank you guys so much for joining me in for this video. So today's video is quite special to me because I recently turned 24 and it's been pretty great. 24 wonderful years of just grace, mercy, beautiful things, a few cries along the way, but yeah, it's been pretty great. So today's video is special because I'm answering a question that was asked to me originally last year but never got to finish answering it, and I figured this year let me do it again and share with my peoples. So a good friend of mine asked me when I turned 23, what are the 23 things that you've learned about life in life, or just the 23 things that you've learned. And I'm here again today to answer the 24 things that I've learned about life and in life. So I've written these things down because originally, I was thinking of them from the top of my head, and it seemed like such a difficult question at the time. So I decided it's best I write these things down so I could at least have a list of 24 things, although it could be much longer, but we're sticking to 24 because we just turned 24. So yeah, we are gonna get to the endeavors right now. So the first one on my list is to be happy and live my best life. So what do I mean by to be happy and live my best life? What I mean is I'm not trying to worry about things I shouldn't be worrying about. I'm not trying to try and fix things that I know I'm not going to be able to fix, and I want to do a whole lot more of things that make me happy, things that contribute a whole lot to me being happier than me sulking over problems or me not being the best version of myself for others, and just living the best life that I could possibly live. So I want to experience life in the most beautiful way I could possibly experience it, hence the living my best life. So that was number one. Number two is I learned how to bake and how to cook. I know it's something that we all learn, but I'm saying I've learned it because I feel like there's so many things since I've started cooking and baking for myself and my family, is I keep learning new dishes and new recipes every day, new styles and new ways of cooking. Like recently I learned how to make chocolate chip cookies, and I felt like that was the best thing ever for me because I love them so much, and knowing now that I'm able to actually make for myself was like the best thing ever. Yeah. And then number three is I'm learning to allow myself to be average. Should I say average? I'm gonna try and explain it. Thing is, I'm trying to move away from where I am to a level down so I can allow myself to learn again. If I know something, if I allow myself to learn that thing again, I could learn it from a different perspective, different from how I already know it. Hence I'm saying average. I don't know if average is the right way to say it, but I'm allowing myself to relearn things, if I may put it like that. Yes, so that was number three. Number four is I'm learning to say please a whole lot more. My mom at one time said to me, her words were, Tumelo mara wena awutsibo khopela. So she's saying I don't know how to say please. And my defense was, and my reasoning was, because she's my mom, I feel like because I'm her child, she knows when I'm saying stuff that I'm asking. But I feel like I shouldn't defend myself like that, but should actually acknowledge that I do it and learn to say to my mom, please, mom, please, can you do that for me? Just say please a whole lot more. And I understand that if I'm doing that to my mom, I'm probably doing it to my siblings. So I'm learning to not only say please to just my mom, but everyone else around me. Just say the word please more and actually mean it. Yes, because I feel like that's also very important. Yeah. Number five. Okay, number five is a bit lengthy, but I'm gonna just do it the way I want to do it. So I'm gonna read a few scriptures from the Bible first before I explain what number 5 is. So the scriptures are from the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 6, which reads, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your request be known unto God." And then the second one is from the book of John chapter 14 verses 13 to 14, and it reads, "And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it." And then the other one is from the book of 1 John chapter 5 verse 14, and it reads, "And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us." So those are the scriptures I picked to explain my number 5. So my number 5 is, I'm striving for my prayers and all my conversations with God, whether I'm meditating or just having a sit down, a quiet time, to always be thankful for what God has done for me, what he's doing for me, and what he's about to do for me. I may not know what he's doing right now for me, but I feel like he's just pulling things together for me, because I'm not feeling overwhelmed. I'm happy and I'm grateful for all these things, regardless whether it's tough lessons, happier times. I'm just grateful and thankful for everything. And then the other part is that I want also for my prayers, that when I'm asking from God, I want to ask more for his will rather than for my own will. Like, I feel like at a point in my life, I was asking for things because I was feeling vulnerable and I was feeling like I needed things at the time. And so I was asking for, it was sort of like a way of asking, maybe if I was crying because I was hurt that a specific thing happened, and I would ask God, but please take this away, please change this, and then please give me this so that this changes. And I feel like when I did that and I look back now, I'm like, but I don't think that's what I needed from God at the time. I just felt like I needed it because I needed it then. Although even though he says whatever we ask in his name, he will give to us, I just felt like maybe I was just being a little bit too much. But yeah, so now what I want to do is to ask according to his will, to ask for him to give me things according to how he wants, and not always because now I'm asking for this and this, but now I'm constantly on some, God, please give me what you see is necessary for me and not what I think is what I need. And I've slightly stopped trying to ask like for specific things, and my specific thing is just, God, give me what you want. So that's what I've been learning as well. And number six also just sort of kind of ties back to what I've been saying about saying thank you. But now me saying thank you, gratitude is more towards everybody else. Thanking people for being, part of my life. Thanking people for just, great experiences. And thanking you guys also, for sticking around. You've gotten me to 100 subscribers. That is a milestone. It may not seem like it's a really big number, but it's a milestone, and I'm very thankful for you guys being here. I'm also thankful that in a time where the whole world is just going through a lot, I'm still fine. My family is still fine. My friends are still fine. And even you guys are still fine. The fact that you're here and watching this video is something to honestly really be grateful for, because it's seemingly very uncertain in these days what could possibly happen between now and from now on, and we don't know how long. So yeah, being very grateful. Number 7 and 8. Number 7 and 8 is learning how to take pictures, and I'm learning to be okay with being taken pictures of. So what do I take pictures of? I take pictures of just about anything. I've taken pictures of a cow, and the nice thing about that is that the cow sort of kind of turned just at the right time, and the picture came out so nice. And my most recent newfound love is sunsets. I love taking pictures of sunsets. Like, sceneries just make my heart melt. And yeah, I like taking pictures of sunsets. I also just like the idea of they have a word for it, they call them silhouettes. So when a person sort of kind of stands in front of a sunset, and then it just has this nice thing going on. So that's my favorite new thing to do. And then the other thing is me being okay with taking pictures, being taken pictures of. A little backstory is, when I was younger, I literally cried if someone tried to take a picture of me. Even though there was a specific person who took our pictures every time, I never got used to it. Although it was the same person, I always cried. But now as I grow older, I'm a little bit better. I don't cry anymore. No, I don't cry anymore. So yeah, I'm being, okay with being taken pictures of. I'm learning how to, and also how to pose, not look stiff. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that was number 7 and 8. Number 9 is I've learned, and I'm still yet to learn, that there's everything right with being. So in all of this, I've realized that, accepting that I'm unique has helped me as a person to not undervalue myself or feel self-conscious or have low self-esteem, but to embrace the fact that I know that I'm unique and that it's a special part of me and makes me, different from the rest. Okay, that was number 9. Okay, my number 10 and 11 almost sound like they're contradicting each other, because one is I'm learning to be selfless and be selfish at the same time. Me learning to be selfless means I'm trying to learn to give all of myself and not expect anything in return, and serve others with all of myself. And the other one is to be selfish, is I'm just saying to also just give me so that I could be the best version of myself for others in return when I do decide to be selfless. Yes. And number 12, to not take myself too seriously, to allow myself to joke, to allow myself to laugh at myself, to allow myself to make mistakes, and in that way, like I said, to live my best life. So if I'm not too serious and I'm not taking myself too seriously, but allow myself to experience all these things, then I'm able to let loose and live my best life. And number 13 is this is something I've learned over a really long time. It's that I love my own space, I love my own company, because out of that I've had time to work on new projects, to just have conversations with myself, because now then I have time to sort of kind of think. And number 14 is quite recent actually. Number 14 is I'm learning how to write. What do I mean by writing? Like, not exactly how to find like a penmanship, but to write down thoughts and ideas. So I've learned that writing isn't entirely always about you taking notes, or you're trying to write a to-do list, or maybe you're writing because you're a published author. But that writing could be a way to offload, to write down feelings, to write down thoughts, to write down ideas. And I realized that things I felt like I couldn't tell other people, or things I couldn't say out loud, even prayers as well, if I feel like I can't say my prayers, I'd write them down. And it's been such a great thing to do for me. And after all that's done, I feel so much lighter, because it's almost like I was having a conversation with somebody, but it's just now it's written down, and it's been pretty great. Number 15 is I'm learning how to love more, to love myself more. to love others a whole lot more. And I feel like it begins with me, because if I love myself a whole lot more, I'm able to give off the same to other people, and I'm a happier person because of that. And number 16. Number 16 is that I realized that I give up easily, especially with projects. If I feel like a project is taking me too long, I usually just decide, nah, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. But now I'm in the same, I'm learning that I actually need to allow myself and to be patient with my projects and allow them to take as long as they need to, but actually finish what I start. Yes. Number 17 is, I've often heard people say that they are trusting the process. But mine is, I am trusting God with the process. Because I feel like there's so much in life that one wants to question. And yeah, that's a lot of brain work, a lot of muscle work going on in the brains, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm allowing God to take the wheel, to take control, and just work on everything for me. So if I stumble and I feel like there's a problem here and I don't know how to fix it, I don't worry much, because I know God's in control. He's got me. So hence, trusting God with the process. Number 18 is, I'm learning how to be a mom. What do I mean? I'm an aunt to 3 beautiful children. And usually when they come visit my mom for the holidays while our home, and if my mom has to go to work, I have to step in. And it's been pretty great. I've learned and I've seen how mothers become so selfless that they forget about themselves and just give all of their all to their kids. And backstory is, I remember there was a time my niece was coming down with the flu and her nostrils were blocked at night and she couldn't sleep properly, so she was crying. And my mom suggested that I sit up on the bed and kimukuke. What's the English word for that? Yeah, just carry her and then let her sort of kind of, what's the word? Elevated, so she could breathe a lot better. And that meant that I had to sleep sitting until the morning. So I learned that mothers do a whole lot, and I'm learning that, mommy duties. I think I'm doing fairly okay. And number 19 is to randomly smile at people for no reason. And by people, I mean, be it people I know, people I don't know. Because I've experienced it myself that when someone smiles at me, I don't know who they are and they don't know me either. For some weird reason, it just made me feel so much better and cheered up. So I feel like if someone did that for me, and if I do it to someone else in return, it could make them feel so much better in their day, because already I don't know what they're going through, and I could just have been, that smile that they needed to feel better about themselves and about life. Number 20 is, I'm learning to be happy with myself, to love myself more, to accept all my flaws, yeah. Me. It sounds weird, but accepting me allows me to be the best version of myself I could be for everyone else. And okay, that was 20. 21 is, I've learned that the word no and failing are not the worst thing ever, but that they could be the best thing ever. Thing is, I failed before. And out of me failing, it felt like I was losing out on so much. But during that period of failing and trying to figure things out, I've also learned and discovered and come up with so many other things that I feel like had not the no happened and the fail happened, those things I couldn't have been able to do. So it's not always, it's painful. But if you allow myself, when I allowed myself to let it sink in, and after it happened, I moved on and great things happened. Yeah. 22 is to listen more. So by listening more is to just getting in my space, shutting down all these flooding thoughts, and to just keep calm. Because because I feel like when I'm shutting all these things and trying to listen, I'm able to even hear that soft still voice, and in all of that now my thoughts come back and they're all gathered nicely. And if God is trying to also just like be my child, slow down in life, I'm able to receive all of that, and it's been pretty amazing. So if I'm having a busy day, let's just take a moment, reflect, and just listen. I know it feels weird when you're not only trying to listen with ears, but listening with both my ears and my heart. So yeah, my heart. And it's been pretty great. Yeah, that was number 22. 23 is I've learned, and I'm loving this one. Talking to myself is not the worst thing ever, but instead I feel like it's been one of the many things that have just been the best thing ever. Because when I have conversations with myself, I realize there are things that I don't like about myself, and I'm like, but if I don't like something about myself, then it could possibly mean that the next person also does not like that specific thing about me. And I work on ways to be the best for me, not only for me but for other people. So when I have conversations with myself, I get perspective, and not only am I feeling my shoes but also jumping into somebody else's shoes, and I'm like, but Faith, really. So it's been pretty great. Conversations with myself are hella amazing. So many laughs, so many jokes in there. I know I've gotten caught talking to myself. People find it weird, but it's a part of me, and I really do enjoy it. Okay, so last but not least, number 24. My number 24 is patience. I'm learning how to be patient with myself, to be patient with other people, to be patient with what God is doing for me. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just like, but I prayed for this and it's not showing up. But I'm learning to be patient as well. It's one of my prayers as well, that God teach me how to be patient, teach me to wait. It's been quite difficult sometimes, but I'm learning that it needs to happen. And it's been pretty great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got to know a little bit more about myself. And like always, live your best life. Tell your friends to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hi guys, so today's my birthday, the morning of my birthday. It's about 7:30. It's making noise. Anyway, so I wanted to take you guys along on my day, see what I'm gonna be up to. So yeah, let's ride on, spend the day with me, let's have fun. y'all. Now I'm just waiting and waiting for these cows to pause, because there's like a bunch of them, a whole bunch of cows that are just like, lady, hold your peace, we wanna pause. So now I must just wait and wait and wait for the cows, live their best life.